quotation is probably John Paul II's 1988 Apostolic Letter on Women, Mulieris Dignitatem. Just because the title Mulieris Dignitatem is such a tongue twister, I will refer to this letter henceforth as MD. In fairness, MD has much in it that can give heart to Catholics who define themselves as women. John Paul II affirms, for instance, that the subordination of women to men, which is declared to be their destiny in the book of Genesis, is not the will of God for women and men, but the consequence of sin, of the human striving for knowledge of good and evil independent of God, of which Adam and Eve are equally guilty. The prescription that women should work at home as much as possible inevitably leads to asymmetry of power in society. If men are freer from the responsibilities of nurturance than women, and can therefore participate more vigorously than women in political action for the transformation of society, women's voices and sentiments will have to be channeled mostly through men. But those men, having a different social experience from women, will not understand the problems that women face within the family or in the larger society in the same way that women do. Those of us who are Catholic should try to encourage and refocus the Church's energies on helping individuals of all possible gender classifications to deal with the problems brought about by an economic system that does not address their need for human dignity.
This brings us to the differentiated impact of conflict on men and women. So even if conflict happens in the same geographical area, the impact and the effects on men and women are obviously not the same. This has a consequence, this realization has a consequence also on the planning and the programs and the responses that should be made to address causes causes of conflict or to address problems brought about by conflict. And lastly, gender equality cannot be achieved if, of course, women's access to resources, promotion and protection of their rights, and participation in decision-making are not fully realized. These areas of women's lives are hampered when conflicts are constantly present or when armed conflict has become so protracted and has so been present. And peace talks. And speak out as a young person who wants to have a generation where you will have peace, where you can have security, and where you can freely go wherever you want, because this country, the whole Philippines, is our country. The road to peace may be long, it's winding, it's bumpy. You talk to these women and at some point everyone will get teary-eyed because they have sacrificed so much and for what? No? And at what cost? And so let us be relentless in our fight to make sure that even if we go out of the even if we stop sometimes, even if there are times when we need to hold on and not move, eventually we need to move on.